Let's start with our opening prayer. It's going to be an angel reading lunch with me today. I'm going to have my vegetable soup with me. Let's start at the beginning. And then off we go. O Great Spirit, Father Sky, Mother Earth, the winds, the waters, my Father, my Mother, Atanaha, all that is. We thank you for our lives and we thank you for these good people. We thank you for all that we are and all that we are to become. We dedicate our time spent together and our relationships with one another to you. We ask that our suffering be ended and our pain be lifted to the love and to the peace that lay beyond. Aho, Amen, Namaste. Okay, so our first question is from Mitra. She's saying, hi, dear Sky. I'm asking for advice on how to support my daughter, 8 years old. She's literally searching for scratches and illnesses. Mostly she says she has stomach pain to show she is hurting for months. She is limping now because of a scratch. I asked if I can give her a healing or permission for healing, and she said no. I want to be ill. It breaks my heart. How can I help her in the best way? So the angels are immediately showing me stories and also conversations, because this I like this is a coping mechanism. Okay, so for an adult, illness is a bad thing, but for a child, it may be the only time that they experience intimacy with their parent, or a time away from a bully at school, or validation and respect. Or even becoming a priority if they have siblings, right? They may always be last on the list, and then when they're ill, suddenly they're the number one priority. So that conversation between you and your daughter has to be finding out why she wants to be ill, right? What is at the root of this coping mechanism? And what is it that she's using the illness to cope with? Is it loneliness? Is it not being the priority? Is it creating time and connection with you? What is it that you give to her or that she receives when she's ill that she's not receiving when she's healthy, right? That's made her think it's better to be ill than to be healthy. It may also be jealousy. Sometimes children see other children who are sick as receiving more than them, whether it's a classmate or whether it's another child inside the family. It was one of the clients I had for hypnosis. Her little sister was born with eczema, and she developed eczema because when she saw her mom putting cream on the little baby, she was so jealous and she wanted to be a little baby again, and she wanted to be loved, and the eczema became a representation of the mother's love, right? And it gave her and her mom quality time. So look for the real cause, and the angels are me read her books, read her stories, spend time with her cuddled into you. There's a real energy of making space and time to bond with her that's not about fixing this. Because the more attention you give it, it's almost like the worse it's going to get. So they're almost saying focus on really strengthening your relationship and showing her that you really like spending time with her, and the rest is gonna follow. I'm going to send in Archangel Raphael and the rest of the healing angels to help you with this transition for her. Okay, I'm going to have a little bit of my soup. We're having an angel reading lunch today. Okay, so Purnima saying, hello. I'm struggling with my career and finances. Could you let me know any wisdom, guidance, advice from my angels for career and finances to improve my situation? Okay, so the angels are immediately taking me to your heart, and it just shows me that you're feeling really unappreciated, or you have felt really unappreciated in work situations, and it's caused this this dual belief situation going on. On the one hand, you really want the career and the freedom, and on the other hand, it's like I hate work. I don't want to do it anymore. So that the two belief systems are battling it out. So can we start by just asking the angels to heal? Or just breathe and give over to the angels all of the anger at not being appreciated, and the choosing places to work, right, from a place of unworthiness, from people, and choosing to work for people who won't appreciate you. And then let's move on to healing the part of you that's just decided to give up, like it doesn't want to really work anymore. Oh, there we go. All the beliefs that work is stressful, work is killing me, work is too hard, work's burning me out, all of that type of stuff. Can we shift and evolve it now, please? There we go. Okay, that's looking so much better. Let's jump into Art Communities asking, may I have a healing on my asthma, please? Thank you so much. Let's bring in Archangel Raphael. I just want you to close your eyes, connect into that beautiful emerald green light, and feel it pouring into your lungs. There we go. Here we go. And I'm just seeing all of these all of these messages from childhood, like don't cry and stop being so sensitive, and all of this sadness that wasn't expressed now trapped in the lungs. So can we release that? Sadness from bullying, sadness from having to go to school, sadness from having to go to nursery, sadness from being separated from your mom, all of that sadness, can we pull that out now? Okay, there we go. That's looking a lot clearer now. Going to do an energy break. Okay, Norhan saying, hi Sky, what do the angels have to say about my current job? Should I send the uncomfortable to the director so she can create a new position for me in the company? Really stressed about next steps. So when I'm tuning in around your career with the angels, the message that I'm immediately getting is sit tight. It's like, like that card from the mermaids deck is coming up straight in my mind, like wait, wait, now is not the time. And there's work that you need to do because you're angry and you're feeling unappreciated. And whenever we ask from a place of lack and anger, it makes it hard for us to, we're not like anger and worthiness are two completely different vibrations. So let's just take a minute to release the anger and the lack of appreciation, including from the letter. And the angels are really showing me this is a conversation. This is not a letter. There we go. Okay, the letter can come after the conversation, but this is a conversation. Okay, there we go. Vanda saying, hi Sky, I'm graduating my community after hard learning. One woman said we should arrive in the same robus. It's expensive for me. After I have refused, she ignores me and I feel like an outsider because everyone will order it and I'm the only one who will not have the same costume. May I receive a healing? It's not that the teachers want us to have the same, but the women from us, I'm looking for the rest of this. So the energy that I'm seeing is like there's some childhood bullying that's then manifesting as adult bullying. So let's take a minute, just send unconditional love to that little girl that was bullied so that we don't have to recreate this in adulthood. Okay, and let's just release any ways in which you've unconsciously obligated other people to bully you. Oof, so that you can learn your worth. I think this may be 100% connected to the bullying in childhood as well, because I think you were bullied in childhood because of poverty issues. So let's take a minute to release that belief that you'll never be accepted unless you're somebody else or someone else. And let's show you the truth that being abundant doesn't make you someone else. Right? You can be abundant and still be authentically who you are. And let's definitely release the vow of I'll never be accepted or never belong or never be wanted. And let's change it to I matter, I am accepted, I am wanted. Okay, there you go. Okay. Teeny is saying, "Hi Sky. I feel silly when I say everything from my life to my partner. Is that okay? Or what is my block in the relationship? Can I get advice on healing? Thank you very much." Let's bring in the romance angels and just surround your relationship with unconditional love. Um, so when I'm asking the angels about this, what they're saying to me is that the way that women share is different than the way that men share. So if I come home from work, I'm going to give my mother what Anthony Robbins calls the meta report. I'm going to tell her everything about what happened during the day and how far I got and all the different things. But if my husband comes home from work and I ask him how the day was, he's probably going to say, "Oh, it was fine," you know? So men communicate differently. And there's an energy of, you're probably feeling him tuning out after about 30 seconds and going, "Am I not interesting? Is there something wrong with how I'm sharing?" And it's just that women share very differently than men. So can we just bring in this energy of it's safe for you to share from your feminine, but it's also safe to understand that men are not women, right? So they receive in a different way, they share in a different way, and it's okay for you guys to share differently. Okay, that's looking good. Trish is saying, "Hi, beautiful being. Please may I have a healing on my connection with myself and the God within? All advice welcome. Thank you." Yep, let's bring in Archangel Metatron and Archangel Zadkiel. I want you to go up into that white, white light of creator of all that is. And I want you to see you and all that is as two separate energies for now. And I want you to see the divine spark in you and that little being that you are start to grow bigger and bigger and bigger until you become a ball of light. And as you become a ball of light, the truth is revealed that you've been that light lifetime after lifetime. It's the truth of who you are, that deep divine spark. And then I want you to feel God's light growing bigger and bigger and brighter. Until it becomes so big that you're completely absorbed to that light and you become one. One with that deep, unconditional love. Okay, that looks good. Okay, Sarah Massey's saying, I'm going to just do a quick energy break for that one. Oh, I'm actually just seeing before we finish, can we just let Archangel Michael come in and just cut all cords that are draining your connection with God, all people that are interfering with your connection with God, all religions that are interfering with your connection with God. anyone or anything trying to usurp your connection with all that is. Let's just take a minute. Allow Archangel Michael to just dissolve all of it away. Some of you have got addictions in the way as well, to some substances and to TV and to food. There's all sorts of numbing going on. There we go. Woo. Okay, that's looking good. Okay, Sarah Massey saying, hi, Skylar. Yesterday, the card Dancing Crane from the Kuan Yin deck described perfectly my situation. It's been 2 days that I took out all my clothes from the closet and I wanted to do a deep clearing out, but couldn't. I don't feel like acting as if I'm staying longer there. My heart tells me to get ready to move out. Can I have guidance on this situation? Um, Keep using the visualization of that dancing crane moving the energies out of your astral space so that you can shift and evolve away from it. It's okay to pack your bags, but I would clear it out. Okay, I would clear it out. So by all means, pack your bags ready to go. But make sure that you throw away things that no longer bring you joy. Make sure that you're throwing away the past. Funnily enough, for me, right, this was such a huge deal. Let's call in Archangel Jophiel, because Archangel Jophiel is the clearing angel. And I use this so much when it comes to my medical intuition as well, just because so many people's medicine cupboards are just overflowing with things that they can't throw out in case they need them in the future, because they're so afraid they'll never get better. So let's just take a minute and energetically start that Kuan Yin dancing crane moving again and keep it moving, right? Like imagine it's a ceiling fan and let it keep moving. Okay, let it keep moving even when you're not thinking about it, so that you have space to move out, so that that manifestation comes faster and faster. But there's grief here, and there's like financial blocks combined with the stuckness. It's like, well, if I let go of these clothes, if I let go of this place, will I find something better, or is it just going to get worse from here? It's like that, when you have a job and you're like, well, if I leave the job, will I only find like worse jobs or less paid jobs? If I leave a relationship, will I only find worse ones? That's the way the ego mind works, right? So let's take a minute to clear out that belief that if you leave, things are going to get worse, which is what abusers and things program you with, right? And let's replace it with the truth that it's onwards and upwards, that things are going to get better, and that you are deserving of a place to live where you're loved and appreciated and where you love and appreciate. There we go. Okay. Mattis is saying, hi, beautiful sky. I've started to release extra weight and I feel like my body is shutting down my sexuality. Can you give me any guidance? I know that I don't feel safe to be a woman. Many thanks. So the best guidance that I have around sexual healing is you need everybody, all women, particularly in Western culture, which I am. Okay, I may have been born in Brazil, but I was very much raised in Scotland. We need higher sexual self-esteem, and I'm not talking about better orgasms, which is like the superficial conversation. I'm talking about we need a deeper discernment about who we allow into our sexual space. We need we need to stop using sexuality as a bargaining chip. We need to get really comfortable with our no, which is much easier said than done in a culture where we're constantly pressured to be like guys and to sleep around and to, not have values. And where that's very much made fun of and belittled, but it hurts us, it breaks our heart deeply. If you want to heal your sexuality, the first step is to recognize that you were not protected by the divine masculine growing up, and your sexuality wasn't protected by the divine masculine growing up. And that then leads to you not knowing how to protect yourself or how to protect your sexuality in the presence of male attention, right? So let's just take a minute. Let's bring that inner child in front of us, that little girl and that little adolescent that doesn't know how to deal with the social pressure on her sexuality, coming from the media, coming from the boys, coming from the other girls who are competing, coming from the education system. Let's just ask the angels to come in and release all of that now. So you guys see how all of this could manifest stuff in your sexuality that you don't want? You know, like vaginismus, like PCOS, like um what's the word? Like imbalanced hormones, because this stuff is so it comes from all angles and it's so much pressure. So let's release all the pressure from the immune system, from the nervous system as well, and give you permission to be a woman in a culture that's so desperately trying to erase women. Give you permission to be your authentic self. Okay, that's looking good. Oof. Okay, that's clearing up nicely. Okay, hi Sky. I feel lost in my direction in life. I'm petrified of the future to start up a healing business. I rely on my boyfriend financially. Please help me to clear my blocks. Thank you. So, relying on your boyfriend financially, not an issue. In fact, really good. Okay, it puts him in his masculine, it puts you in your feminine. And even when you start earning, it should be so that you can invest in you can invest in your business, you can have savings, you can contribute to the wealth of your future children and into your own wealth. It should not be to provide for him. Okay, so let's just start by releasing the fear that if you make money, because that's what the angels are showing me, that you will have to then provide for your man or that he will take your money. Okay, because that then is going to throw everything out of balance. There we go. So a man in his masculine, in his provider energy, doesn't want your money. Okay, he wants you. There we go. And as for starting your healing business, when I'm tuning into that, the heart is just like I can feel the heart closing, and there's an energy of like the harshness of business. The word business is triggering you. So let's release that harshness and all the harshness you've experienced around financial abuse. A lot of you have a wall around your heart. There we go. Ooh, so many of you lighting up like Christmas trees. This is actually going to be so big because I can feel how many of you watching know, you just know that you're a healer. You know that you need more support and more help to activate this divine life purpose, and the financial abuse is holding you back. So let's just breathe. Let's give it all to Archangel Shamuel, who's the angel of abundance. There we go. Oh, there we go. I can feel the heart starting to open now. And let's just shift the perspective around it being like a business to it being your divine service. Okay, so the more people that you serve, the more that you step into your mission, the more that God's abundance will naturally flow in order to support you and all those that you are serving. There we go. But it's not about you taking someone's money, it's about you creating more abundance. I'll give you an example. I was in a discovery call for Medical Intuitive yesterday, and one of the ladies said to me that she'd had one conversation with me last year after an angel reading, and that little 20-minute conversation had completely shifted her energy, had made her able to not just manifest her healing business, but to manifest the health that she was looking for. And the first thing she said when she got on the call was how grateful she was for that little conversation, right? But God works in moments, miracles happen in an instant. And you sometimes you just have to get out of the way and allow that higher power to find a way where you see no way. So when you're financially blocked, whether it's with the next course and investing in yourself, whether it's with providing more for your children, whether it's with investing in yourself, right? You have to say, okay, God, I don't see a way, so make a way. There we go. And it happens. It really, really happens. And it's a big, powerful part of the vortex, especially around any any programs or courses, etc. That healers run, is that you'll find. I remember it happened for me with theta. It happened for me when I was doing my hypnosis training. It happened for me when I wanted to create Medical Intuitive. I remember thinking, I don't know where the money's going to come from. I don't know how I'm going to pay my team. I just don't know how I'm going to do it. But the moment that I committed myself and I was like, I'm in, suddenly it just happened. And my clients find the exact same thing. My students find the exact same thing, that the moment that they commit to their dreams, the money instantly manifests to make it happen, right? Because it's not about the money. The money not being there is a byproduct of the fear of your own power, the fear of who you really are, the fear of your healing gifts. And when you decide to face those fears head on, suddenly there's more love in the room, and then there's more space for more abundance to contribute to that self-actualization, right? And to contribute to the self-actualization of others. So let's release all of that belief that you feel like you're a bad investment, you don't know what you're doing business, all of this imposter syndrome stuff. Let's release it. And yes, I see all the healers that are like, I'm not a good enough healer, and all this imposter syndrome stuff around healing. Let's just shift all of that, please. There we go. Okay, that looks brilliant. Gwen is saying, hi, Sky. I take good care of my teeth and gums, but continue to have problems. I have a second surgery soon. Any guidance from my angels as to why I'm having these issues? Thank you. My love, you're deeply, deeply stressed. So whenever someone's deeply, deeply stressed all the time, you will have issues kind of popping up in different parts of the body. And it's kind of like playing whack-a-mole. You get rid of an issue here and another issue pops up there, because the real issue is the stress and the nervous system being dysregulated, and then the immune system becoming low. And then it's only a matter of what infection is going to hit first. All right. So let's ask for healing on your nervous system. And let's also ask for you to be given the wisdom and the discipline to reduce the stress, to make space for peace. There we go. Okay, that's looking super good. Christina is saying, hey, Sky, I had 2 great clarity calls with possible clients. The final yes, and payment is still in the pipeline. Any guidance from the angels so I have great clarity calls and closure sales? Thanks. One of the things that you really want to do with clarity calls is you want to bless the person with the abundance. So one of the reasons that my students manifest the money so quickly, I kid you not, right? I have a call straight after speaking with you guys with a lady from yesterday who said the money's an issue. And I had a call with a lady yesterday who said to me, I didn't know where the money was going to come from when I booked the call a week ago. And I didn't think it was going to be possible. But then basically she sold a piece of land in another country that had been sitting there unsold for years. And suddenly she had the income come through. I had another lady who literally thought that she wasn't going to have the money come in from anywhere. And then when her husband heard that she wanted to do this, he provided the funds. I had another lady who said that she wanted to do this. And then what's it called? Literally less than 24 hours later, she received a grant to be able to do it. So when you are blessing your clients, right? When you're blessing them with abundance, I don't wait for you to sign on to my course to bless you. I bless you the moment you're in the room with me. I bless you because you're on the calls with me. I bless you because you are part of our community and our culture. I bless you with peace. I bless you with abundance. I bless you with everything that you need to fulfill your divine life purpose. I bless you with, it's that energy of declaring good with the person that you're in any situation with, expands their energy field and makes them more available to wealth, to love, to good experiences, to opportunity. And people are clever. They know when being around you is good for them, right? So if somebody is on a clarity call with you, their intention is to work with you. They want to work with you. If they are lacking something to be able to work with you, right? It's out of fear. So the more love that you bring into that space, the more you love on them, the more that you bless them, the easier it is for the resources to come into place, right? For them to be able to work with you, because they wouldn't have booked a call, they wouldn't have watched you on your social media, they wouldn't have looked at your programs if there wasn't a desire in their soul to work with you, right? So it's helping them shift just by that love and just by being in their presence and by giving that blessing instead of withholding. Because I've seen a lot of healers and coaches do this, is that they will start blessing the client once the financial commitment has been made. But if the person is afraid, if the person is lacking the funds, if the person is like being emotionally manipulated by their partner or by their family, if they have any sort of guilt going on, like mother's guilt, because you guys know that kind of horrible guilt that hits you once you have kids and you feel like doing anything for yourself, even buying a coffee sometimes, like you're stealing your kid's future. Like these are awful old trauma money beliefs that can only be shifted with love. And only God's love is powerful enough to do that. So when someone comes in and they're like, I really want to work with you, and the money's an issue, you say to them, don't worry about it. It's coming. It's finding a way to you, where God is creating it already. God is making a way where there is no way. If your intention is to clear this, if your intention is to work with me, if your intention is to resolve those blocks, right? If your intention is to become medical intuitive, bam, it will manifest. It's the law of the universe. There's no way around it. It's the same thing with reversal for us. If we wait to make a commitment in our mind to the vision of what we truly desire, then it doesn't manifest because we haven't created that clarity and that focus of vision. And a lot of people are like, well, I don't want to get attached. I don't want to be disappointed. And then that actually creates the disappointment, right? Because that's what they're focused on, disappointment. So it's that energy of allowing people who are attracted to you to speak to you, to not make it like only certain people are good enough to be clients or to be in my energy. You want to trust that God is bringing to you the people that need to be close to you and that you need to be close to. And you want to bless them the moment that you're in that energy and start manifesting and co-creating with them this amazing synergy between you, this amazing future where they get their dreams met and you get your dreams met. And it's this powerful relationship where you both grow, right? And serve each other in your zones of genius. In the highest and best way. And that creates excitement, that creates momentum, that creates sales, right? But sales comes from simply looking at what does this person need? How can they be loved? This is why I love Course in Miracles. It really gets down to the nitty gritty of it. We think it's about sales. It's about love. It was never about sales. It's about love. The sale is a byproduct of the love, and the expansion in that person's abundance is a byproduct of that love. Okay. Also faith, you really having faith that they are a good investment, that they are a good student. A lot of people say that to me, am I ready to work with you? Am I ready to become medical intuitive? Am I ready to do theta healing? Am I ready? And oh my God, yes. It's like I want to climb and scream it from the rooftops. I really want to scream it from the rooftops because these women have no idea how incredible they are, how powerful they are. The inferiority complex is strong. The imposter syndrome is strong, and it literally stops us from saving lives, right? It's not about the sale. It's about the fact that that person's life will be transformed by this experience, and they are worthy of that, and so are you, right? So are you. So let's take a minute to just release any aspect of you that's withholding love during sales calls, during discovery calls, during whatever, right? Whether it's to you as the person going into the call because you don't think you're a good investment, or you don't think you can deliver, right? And then to the person who is giving, when you're giving the call, okay? And you're worrying that they're judging you, or they won't invest in you, or you're not selling well, all of that stuff. Let's just give all that crap to God and focus in on that love that runs pure between us, and on the truth that when our soul guides us to somebody to help us, we're supposed to be there. And that everything that we need, the money, the time, the support, the resources, God will make a way. The moment that we say, yes, this is for me. Yes, I deserve this. Yes, I am good enough. I'm smart enough. I'm beautiful enough. I'm clever enough. I'm gifted enough. I'm powerful enough. There we go. Not when I've finished all the healing in the world. Not when I've made money, now. Because that's how the money manifests, and that's how the love becomes available, and that's how all your dreams come true. There we go. Bringing all those things that you put in the future because you think you can't afford them now into the present moment, please. So that they can manifest in the present moment, and the abundance required for them, the money required for them, the support required for them, the time required for them can also manifest in the present moment. So that the material that makes reality can shift to manifest a higher and better future than you ever imagined for yourself. Okay, there you go. Okay, Nancy saying, hi Sky, I accepted a role at work that has greater visibility. I still have my regular work and there is no raise, but it sounds exciting and new. Does it feel like a good match? It really does, actually. And I feel like you did it the right way around. So we just talked about filling the space you're in first. Fill the space you're in, do a really good job. And once the abundance starts coming from that visibility, ask for, a salary increase, ask for the recognition, and it will come. It will balance out. There we go. Let's release all of that, all of that fear that you're not being valued, all of that fear that maybe you're being taken advantage of. And let's shift it into, I'm going to fill the space I'm in and allow the value financially and emotionally to match that. There we go. Okay, that looks good. Aberforth is saying, hi Sky, is it possible to recommend a school that teaches angel readings? Thank you. I learned with Charles Virtue and Doreen Virtue. When Doreen Virtue is not teaching this anymore, she's become very Christian. But I learned with Charles Virtue. Her son is still teaching angel readings, so that's where I would begin if I was at the beginning of my journey wanting to learn angel readings. I would go to Hay House and look up their angel reading courses there as well, because there's quite a few lovely people as well. There's also a really lovely angel reader in Scotland. Let me see if I can find her for you. Not the best with tech. Oh, sorry, phone is off, disconnected. Come on. Sorry, guys. I'm not sure what is up with the phone at the moment. Give it a minute. Callista. Callista MacGyvery. That's her name. And she wrote the Female Archangels Oracle card deck. And I know she does angel reading trainings. She's really lovely. And she does really incredible angel reading trainings as well. Okay, Casey saying, hi, Sky. Can I ask for a scanning and a reading on which modality do you think would fit the most with my energy? So when I'm scanning you, you're very clairsentient, so you really feel other people's emotions. I think the modalities that would fit best with you is EFT and probably medical intuitive one, because you need to be able to really clear deep ocean type emotions, and you need to be able to release a lot of the dissociation that's been going on without absorbing other people's energies. Okay. Those are the two I think are coming up. Either medical intuitive technique and an EFT, a mix of hypnosis, but you're a very powerful healer. So it's for all of the energy work in your soul is around healing. It's really, 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 really strong. Okay. Theta Stern is saying, hi, Sky. I got to know this man and I wonder if he is a soulmate or rather somebody who uses me. Do you have some insights? Thank you and lots of love. Okay, romance angels. Okay, so I'm getting that this man is a soulmate. But I'm also getting that there's some past lives and karma here that need to be cleared. You do have issues around low self-worth. So I would really work on your worthiness. And just because someone's a soulmate doesn't mean that they are able to provide the level of respect and emotional intimacy that you require. So yes, he's a soulmate, but there's definitely past life karma here. So please do like a past life regression or a reading to sort of clear this out. Beatrice is saying, hi, Sky, just looking for some guidance about a mortgage I have in Spain. Clear the house, clear the house, clear the house. I'm seeing Archangel Raphael coming in so strong. It's like, poof, 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 poof. Clear the house, clear the house, clear the house. Because there's an energy block around the house. I'm not sure if the previous tenant that lived there was having financial issues, but clear the house so that the money can come through, the tenants can come through, the issue around it can be resolved. Okay, Ghostly Girl saying, hi, Sky. May I please have a healing? I've been getting lots of headaches and my left eye is hurting because of it. Thank you so much. Blessings to you and everybody else. Okay, let's start by sending unconditional love. So the left eye and the headaches is because you're refusing to see the extent to which having low self-worth is affecting you. And the low self-worth is coming from all of the misogyny, all of the sexism that's been perpetuated on the female line, especially the financial abuse coming from romantic partners. And it's kind of, you're minimizing it. You're minimizing having to watch your mother go through this. You're minimizing how hurtful it is, how many times it's happened to you, both from men and from women. You're kind of making it small. And because you're making it small, you can't release the pain and grieve the loss and also step into your full worth. So let's just take a minute to release the shock and trauma of the sexism and misogyny on the female side. There we go. Okay, that's looking super good. Ali's saying, hey, Sky. Actually, let's just get Archangel Raphael and Creator and just ask for an instant healing on your eye and on your headache and on your ancestral line. Anyone else listening that wants that? Because I can feel quite a few of you are completely in denial. Like, you don't have to be a feminist to heal the misogyny wound, okay? Just like you don't have to be a Jew to heal aspects of the Holocaust and the war wound. You just need to see the trauma that was inflicted and allow it, God, to sort it out. There we go. Okay, beautiful. Dee saying, hi Sky, do you ever see any resolution between myself and my in-laws? Thank you. They're immediately showing me like a higher self healing. I would literally call all of them into God's light, and I would allow you to express all your anger and your feelings, allow them to express all their anger and their feelings, and then have your higher selves do a karmic rebalancing. Um, see if that shifts and evolves. You did the medical intuitive with me, so use the family constellations as well. Imagine that family constellation, spinning anti-clockwise for the next 13 days and then spinning clockwise for the following 13 days, um, to start to reprogram the energy inside the family, because you carry their DNA, because you've had children with your partner, you now carry all of your in-laws' DNA. The shift in what's happening inside you, because you're carrying all of their traumas, can activate a web type, complete family systems healing if you use the family constellation sacred geometric shapes. Okay. Okay, I'm going to stop here because I need to jump onto a call with one of you about medical intuitive. If you guys, for those of you that are listening that know that you're mine, that know that you want to do what I do, you want to do body scans, you want to do energy readings, you know that you're here to kind of live your divine life purpose, then please drop me DM or book a call, because then I can help clear the blocks that are in the way, and we can make your divine life purpose happen together. Okay, let's do our closing prayer. O great spirit, Father Sky, Mother Earth, the winds, the waters, my father, my mother, Atanaha, all that is. We thank you for our lives, and we thank you for these good people. We thank you for all that we are and all that we are to become. We dedicate our time spent together and our relationships with one another to you. We ask that our suffering be ended and our pain be lifted, to the love and to the peace that lay beyond. Aho, Amen, Namaste.